Hello students, this video lecture we are going to study another wave known as topographic wave. This wave is also known as buoyancy wave. We can see that here you have a air parcel which is moving with speed u bar, okay, and it is moving over a ridge which is statically stable, and you can see that the air parcel that enters will automatically undergo a shift in the position of the particles. Some of them particles are lifted up and some of them are alternatively lifted up and down, displaced upwards and downwards. So this type of waves, actually this has, see, if it is entering like this, the expectation is it moves like that only, but because of this ridge, the shape of the ridge which is in the sinusoidal shape, so you can feel this pattern. So this is because these oscillations are called buoyancy oscillations, and this is how these waves are created. When air with mean wind speed u bar flows over a sinusoidal pattern of ridges under statically stable condition, then the individual air parcels are alternately displaced upwards and downwards from their equilibrium position. These oscillations are called buoyancy oscillations. Before we just get into know that how to derive the basic equations for this topographic waves, we let us just try to understand what do we mean by stability of the system. See, for example, if you take a situation, you take a horizontal you just take two plates, okay, in between which the fluid is moving, and what you do is you just start heating the lower plate, and the upper plate will be comparatively cooler to the lower plate, compared to the lower plate. So you can see that uh, as you move from lower plate to upper plate, the density definitely increases, because here at the lower plate the heat is more, therefore it becomes lighter, but as you move up, the upper plate is cooler compared to the lower plate, therefore the density should be more. And see the situation, what happens, the fluid very near to the hot plate below will become lighter, and so that it tries to rise up, and the cold air or cold fluid, whichever, so that will be trying to come down. So that means there is a sort of instability created, a disturbance has been created. So this is unstably stratified, and this is not stable, this is unstably stratified. And here for example, you just see, this is stably stratified. Stratified ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೇಯರ್ ಬೈ ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಲೇಯರ್ ಬೈ ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇದೇನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಲೇಯರ್ ಬೈ ಲೇಯರು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಲೋಯರ್ ಲೇಯರು ಲೈಟರ್, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಲೇಯರು ಹೆವಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So density increases with height, and therefore what has happened is it has become unstably stratified. A heavier layer ಮೇಲೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it will try to calm down. ಅದೇ ಈ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಲೋಯರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ, heavier fluid is at the bottom and lighter fluid is on the top, therefore there is no possibility of any disturbance here. Therefore in this situation it is stably stratified. Here you can see that the density decreases with height. Okay, here as density from here to here, the density from here to here, from cold plate to hot plate, as the height increases, you can see that the density decreases, because at the top end you have less dense fluid. Suppose you have a situation where the temperature of the lower plate is same as the temperature of the upper plate. That means there is no change in the density remains constant, so there is no stratification at all in this case. So this is how we can understand the instability. So it is unstably stratified, stably stratified, and no stratification at all. So now let us come back to topographic waves. Let us try to derive the governing equations for these waves. The governing equations for these waves can be obtained by deriving what are called internal gravity waves. Consider the time-dependent motion of an inviscid fluid in the x-jet plane in the absence of Coriolis force. So you have to consider the two-dimensional flow of an inviscid fluid in the x-jet plane. The governing equations for such a motion are equation of continuity dou u by dou x plus dou w by dou z is equal to 0. Call that as equation 1. Conservation of linear momentum, the Eulerian case, dou u by dou t plus u dou u by dou x plus w dou u by dou z is equal to minus 1 by rho dou p by dou x. Actually rho du by dt. So that d by dt is nothing but dou by dou t, u dou by dou x plus w dou by dou z, because the xz plane is what we are talking about. When we have divided by rho, that rho has come to the left hand side. And similarly, vertical direction, dou w by dou t plus u dou w by dou x plus w dou w by dou z is equal to minus 1 by rho dou p by dou z minus g, because gravity is acting vertically downwards. So there is another force apart from the pressure in the vertical direction. And conservation of energy, dou theta by dou t plus u dou theta by dou x plus w dou theta by dou z is equal to 0. The potential temperature, we already have studied this. We have derived this potential temperature in our earlier classes. So you can see we can make use of that relation here. Theta is equal to ps by p to the power r by cp into t. But p is equal to rho rt, which implies t is equal to p by rho r. So substitute here now. Okay, in place of t, I can replace it by p by rho r. So theta is equal to p by rho r, ps by p to the power r by cp. Call this is equation 5. We now assume the perturbations over the mean by assuming first that the basic mean flow is in the x direction. So u of x z t is equal to u bar plus u dash of x z t. So this is, since it is two-dimensional flow, first we assume the mean. It is over the mean by assuming first that the basic mean flow is in the x direction and the perturbation, the disturbance that has caused. W is equal to W dash. The basic mean flow is in the x direction. W is equal to W dash because the flow is horizontal. Earlier basically there was no velocity. You can see in the previous slide only u bar. Okay, the velocity wind speed is only along x direction. W is just the disturbance that we have implemented now, and P is P bar plus P dash, rho is rho bar plus rho dash, theta is theta bar plus theta dash. Call these all together the perturbed equations as equation 6. In the simplest case, we can assume even rho bar to be a constant. So for simplicity, let us assume rho bar as a constant. In the basic state, we have hydrostatic equilibrium. Basically ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, there is a hydrostatic equilibrium ಅಂದ್ರೆ balance between the pressure force and the gravity force. So dp bar by dz is equal to minus rho bar g. Call this is equation 7. So the mean potential temperature theta is given by theta bar is equal to p bar by rho bar r into ps by p to the power r by cp. Taking the log of the above equation, just take the log to base c, log theta bar is equal to, just apply log to each and every term here, this term as well as this term. So here r by cp log p bar plus r by cp log ps. Sorry, just apply log to both sides divided by rho r. So here you have log p bar, okay, 1 into log p bar here, and r by cp to the log ps. So here 1 by p to the power r by cp. So that becomes 1 minus r by cp to the power log p bar. So just apply log to these terms. Just try to simplify. Hope this is correct. Call that as equation 8. We now substitute equation 6 in 2 and 3. So equation 6 was from the previous slide. Equation 6, the perturbed quantities. And what are the equations 2 and 3? Conservation of linear momentum in both x and z direction. So you take that and substitute. While doing so, you can see that u bar is a constant. Basically, initial wind speed is known, therefore this will be 0, and dou u bar by dou x is 0. There is no change in the velocity in the x direction initially. Similarly, u dash into dou u dash by dou x is very very small because it is a small perturbation. The product of small quantities is a small one. And similarly, w dash dou u dash by dou z will be small. Therefore, you just neglect all those terms, so that you will be getting minus 1 by rho bar plus rho dash dou p bar by dou x. That rho we have substituted as rho bar plus rho dash, minus 1 by rho dash plus rho bar plus rho dash dou p dash by dou x, where p is written as p bar plus p dash. Now, similarly, you write for the z direction equation, linear momentum equation in z direction. Dou w dash by dou t plus u bar plus u dash dou w dash by dou x plus w dash dou w dash by dou z. So you see that there is no w bar, therefore you will have this term, but this term is very small because w dash and its derivative are very small quantities. Similar, so you just substitute, you will be going to get equation 9 and 10. We now make some simplifications on the density. 1 by rho bar plus rho dash is equal to, if you take just rho bar common, what happens? 1 by rho bar. If you take r, just from the denominator, if you take rho bar common, you will be getting 1 plus rho dash by rho bar, and when you take it to the numerator, it becomes 1 by rho into 1 plus rho dash by rho bar to the power minus 1. Now, since rho dash is very very small compared to rho bar, because all this prime quantities andre now rho dash u dash ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಲ್ವಾ, they are all small changes that we have made into the equation, or we have disturbed the system, but that disturbance is a very small disturbance that has been implemented. So what happens? 1 by rho dash plus rho bar plus rho dash will now become, just we can neglect the higher order terms. We can simply write 1 minus rho dash by rho into 1 by rho. So only just one term we can write from this equation, and then call that as equation 11. Substituting 11 in 9 and 10, we get, now take this 11 and substitute in these two equations 9 and 10. We get dou u dash by dou t plus u bar dou u dash by dou x is equal to minus 1 by rho bar into 1 minus rho dash by rho bar into dou p dash by dou x, and call that as equation 12. And dou w dash by dou t plus u bar dou w dash by dou x is equal to minus 1 by rho bar into 1 minus rho dash by rho bar. So we are just substituting this 11. So here you can see. So these two terms we are just substituting equation 11. Call that as equation 13. In view of 1, we may write rho dash is very very small compared to rho bar. Therefore, 12 and 13 imply dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x of u dash is equal to minus 1 by rho dou p dash by dou x. So you can see here 12 and 13. Rho dash is very very small compared to rho bar. Therefore, what happens is, you can see that it is being operated on u dash dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x operated on u dash is equal to minus 1 by rho bar into dou p dash by dou x. So, minus 1 by rho bar into dou p dash by dou x. Okay. Call that as 13a, and so that you can write from 13 dou by dou t plus u dash dou by dou x operated on w dash is equal to minus 1 by rho dash dp dash by dz minus g. So you now use this equation by hydrostatic approximation. This turns out to be 0, and remaining terms minus 1 by rho dash dou p dash by dou z minus rho dash by rho bar square dp bar by dz. So this term using equation 7. Equation 7 is hydrostatic approximation. So I'm sorry. Equation 7 is, yes, equation 7 is hydrostatic approximation. So that gives you this equation 14. You just remove the term using equation 7, you will be getting equation 14. Using 6 in equations 1 and 5, we get dou u dash by dou x plus dou w dash by dou z is equal to 0. 6 ಅಂದರೆ perturbed quantities. ಅದನ್ನು 1 ಮತ್ತು 5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. 1 ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಟಿ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್, 5 ಅಂದರೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ these two equation. Theta bar na illi common ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1 plus theta dash by theta bar to p to the power p bar to the power 1 minus r by cp, okay, into 1 plus p dash by p to the power 1 minus r by cp. This is all algebraic simplification. You can just try whether they are same or not. Taking the logarithm on both sides of above equation, we get, so take the log, you can see that log a into b, log a plus log b, and here you have log applied to each and every term. So be careful, just look at how it has been applied. Log of this entire term, so each and every term log has been applied here. So now next it is simplification. Log of, you simplify, you just take these terms together and combine them wherever it is possible. So differentiating the above relation and simplifying, we can arrive at the relation theta dash by theta bar is equal to 1 by nu p dash by p bar minus rho dash by rho bar. So what we have to do is we have to differentiate the above relation, and then simplifying we can get this theta dash by theta bar expression. That implies rho dash is equal to rho bar by nu p bar into p dash minus zeta theta dash by theta bar. So for buoyancy oscillations we require p dash by zeta square is very less than cs square is very less than rho bar by theta dash by theta bar. So that implies, because cs square is nu p bar by rho bar, that constant nu p bar by rho bar we have written as cs square. So that will be p dash by cs square. Okay, this term should be very small compared to this term. This is rho bar, I am sorry, equation 15 you have rho bar here. So which implies rho bar p dash by nu p bar is very small compared to rho bar theta dash by theta bar. Therefore equation 15 should imply now rho dash by rho bar is equal to minus theta dash by theta bar. We now use 6 in 4 to get again the perturbation equations. We are going to use it in equation 4, that is the energy equation. So we are going to get dou theta dash by dou t plus u bar dou theta dash by dou x plus w dash dou theta bar by dou z is equal to 0. Call that as equation 17. The equations for u dash and w dash are dou by, we already have this. Okay, we already have this from where we have 13a and 14. From that we have these equations, and in that equation while writing equation 19 we have made use of equation 16. That's it. Okay, 14 equation, in using 14 we have used 16 to write equation 19. Equations 14, 17, 18 and 19 are 4 equations in the 4 unknowns u dash, w dash, p dash and theta dash. To derive the wave equation, we first eliminate p dash between equations 18 and 19. So how will we do that? So you can see here we have dou by dou x of p dash here, and dou by dou z. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೋ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೈ ಡೋ ಝಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೋ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೈ ಡೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ನ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಝಡ್ 19ನ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. Okay, this operator, now you differentiate this with respect to z and this with respect to x and subtract one from the other. Subtract 18 from 19. Okay, dou w dash by dou x minus dou u bar by dou z, and these two terms will vanish. Therefore you will have only 1 by theta bar dou theta dash by dou x. Call that as equation 20. We now eliminate theta dash between equation 17 and 20. So for that we need to apply, you can see here between 19 and 20 to eliminate theta dash, you can see that This can be done. See, dou by dou x. If you operate this dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x on this term, you are going to get on equation 20, you can simply substitute using 17. So dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x whole square dou w dash by dou x minus dou u bar by dou z, because we already have dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x term already there. So you just apply to this, I mean operate by dou by dou t plus u bar dou by dou x. So this will give you minus g by theta bar d theta bar by dz into dou w dash by dou x. Call this as equation 21. Differentiating 21 with respect to x. So what do we get? This operator remains same, and then you have dou square w dash by dou x square minus dou by dou x of dou u dash by dou z, which can be written as dou by dou z of dou u dash by dou x. But from continuity equation, dou u dash by dou x plus dou w dash by dou z equal to 0 means dou u dash by dou x I can always write as minus dou w dash by dou z. And here on the right hand side you have dou square w dash by dou x square when you are differentiating with respect to x. Now you can make use of equation 14 in this above equation, so that you are going to get this equation 22. Okay, what is that we have made use here? This dou u dash by dou x is nothing but minus dou w dash by dou z. So you will be getting dou square w dash by dou x square plus dou square w dash by dou z square is equal to the right hand side. There is no change. Call that as equation 22. Equation 22 is the wave equation governing internal gravity waves. Since d theta bar by dz is very small, I mean less than 0, let us assume minus g by theta bar d theta dash by d theta bar by dz is equal to n square, where n is called the Brunt. N is called the Brunt-Väisälä frequency. What is this Brunt-Väisälä frequency? See, if you remember, we already have come across such a word known as Brunt-Väisälä frequency. This is in atmospheric science, oceanography, geophysics. This frequency is also known as buoyancy frequency, is a measure of stability of a fluid to vertical displacements such as those caused by convection. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಸೆಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಟ್ within a statically stable environment. So that is what we have here. We have a statically stable environment, and what is the frequency, what is the vertical displacement of the parcel, that is nothing but the Brunt-Väisälä frequency. It can be actually used to measure the atmospheric stratification. So we shall just write minus g by theta bar d theta bar by dz is equal to n square, which is the Brunt-Väisälä frequency of buoyancy oscillations. Therefore, equation 22 will now be just replaced on the right hand side this whole thing minus g bar by theta d theta dash by dz by n square, and bring all the terms to one side. Call that as equation 23. Now assume the solution of equation 23 in the exponential form as w dash of x z t is equal to the frequency w hat e power I kx plus lz minus omega t. Therefore, now what we do is you just take this equation, whatever the assumed solution, and substitute in equation 23. So this substitute in equation 3, that 23. That means wherever there is w dash, use the solution and try to get all these terms, substitute in equation 23. So you are going to get, when I substitute and simplify, we are going to get equation 24, which is the dispersion relation. That is the relation between frequency and wave number. Okay, you can see here the relation between frequency and the wave number. K and L is the wave number. W is the frequency, omega is the frequency, KL are the wave numbers. Omega by K means phase speed in x direction, omega by L means phase speed in z direction. We now find the expression for the frequency omega in terms of the Brunt-Väisälä frequency. Therefore, you can solve this for omega. So, omega minus u bar k is equal to plus or minus nk divided by root k square plus L square. The frequency, call this as equation 25. The frequency on the left hand side of equation 25 is the relative frequency with respect to the mean wind speed u bar.
The positive and negative signs indicate the direction of the two waves possible in the case of pure internal gravity waves. The horizontal and vertical phase speeds relative to the mean flow are Cx is equal to omega minus u bar k divided by k is equal to n divided by root k square plus L square. Omega minus u bar k divided by k. Adu phase speed in the of the mean relative to mean flow in the horizontal direction, x direction, and Cz is equal to omega minus u bar k divided by L, which will be nk divided by L root k square plus L square. Both the cases we have taken only the positive sign. And the components of the group velocity in the xn direction are defined as Cg, group velocity in x direction. Cgx is equal to dou by dou k of omega minus u bar k, which is equal to dou by dou k of omega minus u bar k. We have that expression. Just write that and differentiate it with respect to k. You are going to get nl square by k square plus L square to the power 3 by 2. Similarly, Cz is equal to dou by dou L of omega bar minus u bar k, and that expression will give you nkl divided by k square plus L square to the power 3 by 2. So, since topographic waves are stationary waves, because these waves are created in the statically stable environment, so they are stationary waves, and hence we may assume omega is equal to 0. So, in that case, equation 24 will become u bar square k square into k square plus L square minus n square k square is equal to 0. Look at that, what we are trying to do. We are trying to get the expression for the Brent-Weissala frequency n square. Okay. So what is this frequency? What is this frequency? Why is it important? Because it is precisely the measure of frequency at which a vertically displaced parcel will oscillate within a stable environment. So n square is u bar square into k square plus L square. This is the Brent-Weissala frequency of buoyancy oscillation in the case of topographic wave that is stationary. So this question, they may ask you to find up to Brent-Weissala frequency, or they may ask you to find only up to finding the equation. Which equation? This wave equation. Okay, this equation 22, or they may ask you to find the frequency, or even they may ask you to get the vertical phase speeds, group velocity, and along with the Brent-Weissala frequency. Thank you.